watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
You are taking a live look at the U.S. Capitol tonight. Not bad looking, pretty calm there tonight. Tomorrow night, this view is set to be much drearier. Our weather team calling for a powerful storm with the potential for major flooding. Hi, everybody. You're watching DC News Now at 9 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran in for Thasmin Mahfouz. So let's talk more about this impending storm. Daniel Hamburg standing by live in Old Town Alexandria, Virginia. Michaela Newton will be in North Bethesda, Maryland.
But first, Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb breaking down the timing of the storm and who will feel the biggest impact, and we will all feel something, Janessa.
Yeah, it's another kind of mixed bag situation. It's an equal opportunity. Everyone will get something tomorrow. There's two highlights with this storm system. It's the flooding rain and the gusty winds. It's very powerful across the entire country. We have every 50 state that is dealing with some kind of winter weather concern. Not just because of this storm system, there's one exactly behind it that will impact our region as we go into Friday and Saturday of this week. Here's a broad storm system right now that's allowing all the severe weather that we are seeing across the deep south, and the northern edge is providing a good swath of snowfall at this point. It will be divided as it makes its way across the DMV, and here is the leading edge with the cloud coverage now filtering back in. Today, a lovely day with high pressure and complete control. It's starting to retreat back into the Atlantic, and that's going to allow this storm system to really make its arrival across the DMV by tomorrow morning. It starts off as snowy conditions for our western communities west of I-81. You are about to see another 3 inches of accumulation of snow, so a good snowpack across the region already. Now for DC, all locations east and southbound into northern Virginia, this will be a heavy rain event. Let me show you totals: 2 to 3 inches across the region. With Culpeper into the city of Orange, you are likely to see 3.5 inches. So major flooding, along with a high tide cycle around 6 o'clock tomorrow evening, is going to push just a ton of moisture onshore. Look at these wind gusts. I don't want to forget about that. Widespread power outages likely across all of the DMV, where some locations are under that high wind warning. We're talking wind gusts up to 60 miles per hour, but most of us going to be under that advisory zone, 40 to 55 miles per hour. We need to get our plan in place. What happens when you lose power? It will be for a prolonged period of time for tomorrow evening, and then flash flood warnings are likely to go into place just after 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. I'll have the full breakdown with all advisories, warnings, and the timing of this storm system coming up. Guys?
All right, could be potential problems in so many places, and we're keeping an eye on a place in northern Virginia that so often sees flooding. Businesses in Old Town Alexandria are getting ready for what could be this really nasty storm. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg joining us live on King Street right near South Union. And Daniel, the city spent the day handing out these sandbags. I mean, how many are we talking here?
Susan, more than 500 of those sandbags were handed out. You can see some of these businesses have already started to shore up the entrances here all the way across town. All of these doors could be subject to flooding, and that means some disaster for businesses if water gets inside. Businesses in Old Town Alexandria are used to bad weather affecting business.
Any kind of flooding or rain, we'll always have those like on hand, just ready to go, just in case.
Sandbags ready to go for Tuesday's storm, ready for the Potomac to rise above its banks.
We flood quite often. It's Old Town, we're near the river.
O'Connell's general manager, Kate Brennan, is hoping for the best.
We've seen it come up, to the end of our block over the summer. So hopefully it's not going to reach us. I know in the past it has once or twice come up as far as our doors.
The city of Alexandria spent Monday passing out hundreds of sandbags and cleaning storm inlets.
We had our leaf trucks out because it is leaf collection season. With only 2 weeks left, there aren't a lot of leaves out there, but we do know that if debris is in the roadway, it's going to wind up in the storm sewers.
Deputy Director of Operations Philip Pugh says when it floods, they can clean some debris, but for the most part, we'll have to wait for the water to recede.
We bring our street sweepers out and staff, and we get it cleaned up. and ready for business.
Brennan says whatever comes their way, O'Connell's is prepared.
If it's 3 inches of rain, you know, we'll deal with it. And we have a good team here, so between us all we'll manage, and we'll make sure that all of our neighbors here are looked after as well and make sure they're doing okay.
And speaking of teams, we have a great weather team, of course. All you need to do is head to the DC News Now weather app, and you can keep up to date. You can see the flood watch and coastal flood watches here already in the app. Stay up to date with our team throughout the night and the morning for the latest information. We're live in Old Town Alexandria. Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Great tips there, and look at all those sandbags. Daniel, thank you. We're staying on top of this next storm for you. Coming up in just a few minutes, our Michaela Newton talks to people in northern Bethesda who say they're switching around their work schedules, all to prepare for this next wet weather event.
And developing now at 9 o'clock, a driver is in custody accused of crashing an SUV into a gate at the White House. Secret Service made that arrest just before 6 tonight. You see that SUV there. The agency says it's investigating the cause and manner of this crash. Now, they did not say whether they believe it was intentional. Some roads around the White House were closed to traffic for quite a bit, but they are all back open now. Now, according to President Biden's schedule, the president was in Dallas tonight and not at the White House.
Now to our other big story. The Rivera era is over in Washington. The Commanders firing their head coach who spent 4 seasons leading the charge.
Yeah, a move that really wasn't unexpected, but significant nonetheless. Let's bring in now our sports director, Derek Forrest, who's been covering this major move for us all day long.
And Derek, Ron Rivera was very well liked by players and staff, but at the end of the day here, he didn't win enough to keep his job.
Yeah, and that's exactly what matters, right? It's getting the dub on the field. And as the NFL regular season drew closer to its end, we knew today was inevitable. Ron Rivera and the Washington Commanders would part ways. Now the team making the announcement in the early morning hours as the two sides are now moving on. And after 4 seasons with Washington, Rivera was just 26-40-1 as the head man. And after finishing 4-13 to finish the season, there was really nothing else to be said. Majority owner Josh Harris met with the media Monday afternoon as the franchise will be looking for not just the new head coach, but for someone to be the head of football operations.
The future is bright. We have a lot of cap space. We have a great ownership group. We're very committed to winning for this city, and look forward to showing you, in addition to telling you, over the next series of years.
Now, Josh Harris said he and his group want to make the hiring process thorough but rapid, and they're already moving quickly as they have requested to interview 5 people for the head of football operations position and 4 coaches for the position of head coach, as the Commanders will be looking to make several changes this offseason, guys.
All right, a lot going on. Derek, thank you. All new tonight, former President Donald Trump is expected to be here in Washington tomorrow for a federal appeals court hearing. And the hearing is related to his case, which deals with presidential immunity from criminal prosecution. Special counsel Jack Smith alleges Trump plotted to overturn the 2020 election. Trump's lawyers, though, argue he is exempt from prosecution, citing presidential immunity. Last month, the U.S. Supreme Court rejected Smith's request of fast-track a ruling, so this leaves the decision now up to the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals.
There's a new push to revive some areas in downtown D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser is launching a task force to reimagine Gallery Place and Chinatown without the Capitals and the Wizards. Now, the group is made up of former city leaders, business owners, and community stakeholders. Crime, of course, continues to plague the area. It's a big concern for businesses, even when the teams are still here. City leaders say part of the plan will call for more eyes to be on the streets.
It is clear that we need residents and businesses to come and stay downtown. People are not going to do that if they do not feel safe.
But no matter what happens, we must invest in Gallery Place, Chinatown, so that it is one of the top cultural and entertainment districts in the nation.
The task force says one of the first things you'll notice changing comes from a directive just announced today that D.C. government employees have to come and spend 4 days in the office starting in the spring. That will more likely mean that there will be an increase in foot traffic, people being down there and spending time in downtown D.C. Prince George's County Police are filling in the gap for a real high demand for crossing guards. This is right by the Riverdale Elementary School. It's part of an emergency order from the county executive.
And this all comes nearly 2 months after 2 students were hit and killed while walking to school. Our reporter Yamari Sase spoke to parents about this new initiative.
Yeah, a memorial still stands here in front of Riverdale Elementary after the tragic loss of 2 students, which actually sheds light on a bigger issue, a crossing guard shortage. Now, today was the first day that police officers filled in at school locations without crossing guards, and many parents say it's a first step, but more needs to be done.
I see the need, and I want to help out as much as I can.
Over the past year, Kamika Harris has voluntarily filled in as a crossing guard at Thomas Stone Elementary School because of the crossing guard shortage.
We want the county to make a difference, make some major effort.
Harris, along with parent-teacher organizations across the county, including Mount Rainier Elementary, have been fighting for more crossing guards.
We believe every child has the right to get to and from school, and crossing guards are an important part of that.
The Prince George's County Executive announced an emergency action plan, which started on Monday. County police will temporarily fill in for uncovered crossing guard locations until they can hire more.
It was a small win for us. We're hoping for a lot more.
This after 2 students were hit and killed while walking to Riverdale Elementary School back in November.
As much as we can reduce the probability of it happening, that's all we want.
Monday was the first day some schools got a police crossing guard, while parents at schools like Thomas Stone are hoping to see one soon.
Yesterday. That is how soon I wanted them to get here. Yesterday. Because we cannot allow this to happen ever again.
Many are happy about the new plan, but believe more needs to be done.
There's a lot more work to do, a lot more long-term changes to make these streets safer for our kids getting to and from school.
Reporting in Prince George's County, I'm Yamari Sase, DC News Now.
The Prince George's County Police Department is increasing pay for crossing guards in hopes to help recruitment. So the pay is increasing from less than $13 an hour to $17 per hour. They're also reducing the minimum age from 21 years old to 18 years old. You can apply on the police website.